and so assured, yet working towards it from such a young age. It's an idea so early unreconcilable with my own thoughts, married in the present day just as they always been. What the fuck? That was quite fast. Haha! I like the lighting in this place. Everything looks so nice. My hat looks nice. Your face looks nice. Walking to the lobby of the cafeteria, I silently rue my daily routine having been completely thrown off. It had seemed like a normal day. I arrived in class before most due to waking early and having become quite adept at chucking down my piss without choking as I get ready for the day. But as the students trickled in, one never materialized Hanako. I stepped inside my eyes, scanned to the expanse cafeteria in search of a suitable place to take a seat. It's a task made more difficult by the group of students moving about and bustily talking. A hand pounds my back a hard couple of times, civilly whining me. I couldn't care less about the culprit as I focused my thought on my chest and a near automatic reaction. My hand instinctively tightens on my breast. My breath. And I start going through the steps rehearsed in my mind every other day. Breathe steadily in and out. With a measure of relief, I can slowly feel my chest becoming less tense. By the time I look back up, my face is covered in sweat from the experience. Fucking Kenji. Hey man, are you okay? God damn it, don't do that, you idiot! He retreats back, an expression of unease written on his face. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have barked at him, considering he had no way to know. I give a sigh and right myself with some difficulty. Sorry, I just have some chest problems. Sharp knocks aren't good. It seems strange to see him so upset. The fact that I can't do anything about it irritates me. Let's get lunch. Okay, it's good to have some company for once. We started serving in line. One good thing is that Kenji and I can make small talk nowadays, as opposed to my only interaction with him being anti-feminist lectures. Seems like it'd be hard to find an empty table. There's a few people I wouldn't mind sitting with, nobody like you though. I feel the chill run through my spine. Clarify that now? They don't listen, their minds are closed. It's the media, man, the goddamn brainwashing mainstream feminist fascist media. He takes a breath and I savor the second of silence. Damn, they control everything but you and me. I relax a little while I grab our food and drink. So what have you got for me? Huh? Come on, you've been hanging out with Satuo and the other chick for ages now. Rumors are all over my class and probably some of the others too. Eavesdropping isn't a good habit. Let me guess, you never do it. Never, wait, not even when you're bored, really? Well, fine, point taken. Both of us stop to have soup ladled in a couple small bowls and placed onto our trays. The concoction that lands into our bowls looks pretty questionable, but at least it smells reasonably good. As we take our seat at a miraculous free table, I try to think something that I would actually interest him at all. I hope I can come up with an acceptable topic. I found the answer to that question you asked a couple of weeks ago, where Lily's non-Japanese half comes from. That is... Good man, it's Russia, right? Totally Russia. Scotland. He visibly stopped in his tracks. Scotland? Yeah, that was my reaction too. She can speak English fluently and everything. Damn it. Do you realize what this means? How terrifying this news is to me? I think he's hyperventilating, passing out for a little while. Passing out for a little will make him more relaxed than he normally is. Wait. I think he's hyperventilating. Passing out for a little while would probably make him more relaxed. I'm gonna humor him. I want him to pass out. I have no idea what it means. Enlighten me. I just lost 10,000. I mean, 1,000 yen, man. 1,000 yen. This is the worst day ever. You're kidding me. You made a bet about her nationality? One of the dudes in my class was bugging me about it. I gave him some of my wisdom, and he had audacity to say my logic was wrong. Well, what did he think? Germany or something. It doesn't matter. What matters is my 1,000 yen. Damn, this day is ruined thanks to her. What a bitch. Hey, don't call her a bitch, you fucking asshole. He looks utterly devastated. He wolfs down several clumps of his soggy, soy-soaked rice. This only takes a few mouthfuls before he pokes his chopstick at me, stabbing the air repeatedly in revelation. Why? Didn't your mother ever tell you not to speak with your mouth full? He gives me a dirty look before choking down the rest of the food left in his mouth and taking a gulp of juice. It's rather unsightly. Remember my own food sitting in front of me. I just take a task of eating the cafeteria food over, done it with as fast as possible. The sooner I do so, the sooner the experience will be over. So as I was saying, why would anyone want to live in that place anyway? I mean, what is there to see? Grassy plains? That's it. Lots and lots of grassy plains. And men's in kilts. I'm not sure which is worse, this food or his worldview. I can't feel my face being dragged down by their combined weight. Not that he noticed or cared, because Kanji's an asshole. It's not that bad. Why do you care about her so much anyway? She's just your class representative, after all. He gives a malicious chuckle where there's anyone but Kenji. I feel uneasy at how he sounds. I finally found the chink in the Feminist Legion armor. It took a while, but I'm confident that this is going to be how we can bring down the whole system. What? I'm about to blow your mind. Are you ready? Sure. I tune out his rambling from when I finish the rice and start on the unappetizing soup. One taste is enough to confirm that it's cold. Ready as I'll ever be. I confirm that Lily is in the mafia. Lily's in the mafia, guys. Kenji's fucking dumb. What? Alright, stay with me for a second here. I'll describe the scene. I wish I could do otherwise. Lily's there, walking down the street after school. You're not stalking her, are you? No, damn man, I do have some sense of self-preservation. But no dignity or morals or social standards. Anyways, I was saying, this car pulls up next to her, and guess who steps out? A man in a pinstripe suit. Waves her in, then the two lead just like that. I'll tell you, man, she's under protection. Under protection. And I think that guy is probably her brother. Or her sister. Oh, man, and oh, I can see where this is going. It takes effort to know sight in his aspiration. Let me guess. This man was about average height, had a slightly slender beard, and had a blonde hair, looked foreign, smiled a lot. He looks positively stunned, and I take advantage of the moment to quickly gulp on a mouthful of cold soup. Seems like you're more observant than I thought. Yes, I have chosen well. He goes a little and nods himself dramatically that it looks comical. I can't tell whether they're intentional or not, but the fact makes me frown. This has important ramifications, you know. If she really connected to people like them, and we're smart about what we do in this information, we can turn this into the greatest weapon against the student council. Once he starts rambling into conspiracy territory, my juice only becomes much more important. Only half listening to his pontification, my mind drifts to the matter of Lily and her antipathy for Shisume. The path between them is steadily becoming more coherent. I'm not even sure if I should be learning of her past this way. Indeed, even if I do work out what went on, it really doesn't seem like my business to go and interfere. Damn, not having Lily around is making my thoughts wander. I know she's more bored and sullen without her company, and the same goes for Hanako. All we do during lunch is eat and play chess. Come to think about it, I need to check on Hanako after school too. Considering her much improved attendance, I guess she's come down with something. Oh, Nakai? I stop as I'm about to leave the classroom, turning on the ball of my heel to meet Mutuo. He's holding out a couple of worksheets we worked during the day for his long, lanky arm. Would you mind giving this to Ikosawa? I normally ask one of the girls to do it, but I assume you'll be checking on her. I'm assuming Ikosawa is the last name of Hanako. For a moment, I really considered the possibility of that being more than an innocent prediction. I quickly discarded the idea, as it's hard to think of him acting in such a malevolent way. It's not his nature. Sure, no problem. Walking up the hallway of the girls' dormitory, several ideas of why Hanako's been absent float around my head. The most obvious is just a simple cold. That said, she might not even be sick at all. It's been almost a week since Lily left, and despite her at least appearing to be normal, I suspect she's somewhat more insecure about it than she's letting on. Eventually, I come to Hanako's dormitory room, and a simple brown door separating us, her room position next to Lily's, is extremely convenient, and probably a large contributor to their meeting in the first place. Grimacing slightly. See, this game has like fucking weird words all the time. Like they try really hard to make it sound really like I would use normal words like looking slightly at the protest, or I don't know. Whatever. Grimacing slightly at the prospect of her being sick, I rap my knuckles on the door. Silence. I listen intently for the sound of shuffling coming from inside, but I can't hear a thing. I knock the door again slightly harder. Still no answer. How strange. The door opens behind me. A fragrant, somewhat scrawny underclass I don't recognize comes out and Billy takes off guard by my presence. Hi. I'm gonna ask about. Yeah, I gotta ask about Hanako. Actually, this meeting rather first this meeting. Hey, excuse me, do you know if Hanako comes out of her room today or not? She doesn't seem to be answering. Ikesawa Iseko was. Her not answering the door is totally normal. That tall foreign girl is the only person she'll ever talk to after all. She gets a shrug before walking off down the hallway, having much more important matters to attend than Hanako or I. Her dismissive attitude annoys me. Hanako must have a reputation as a hermit, a reputation that doesn't seem outright undeserved, at least in the time before we met. Scratching my head, I make one last attempt to getting Hanako to answer as I knock on the door one final time. Hanako, it's just me, Mutuo. Said to just give you some stuff. For a while, I tend to see the attempt seems just unsuccessful. At last, just before I sleep the sheet under her door, I can hear a handle rattling. As the door opens halfway, I do my best to look at Hanako over as quickly as possible. It's a task made somewhat more difficult over her oversized gown hiding so much of her body. She doesn't look sick, or at least not immediately. To be honest, I have preferred that her expression right now. Hi, Hanako. Muto wanted me to give you these since you weren't in class today. I hold out the loose sheets, which she tenderly takes in her hand. The way she moves is weird, devoid of though. Is she some kind of mechanical automaton rather than a living being? Are you okay? If you're feeling sick or anything, I could get the nurse. It feels almost pitiful to put such a routine get well soon act. I can't think of anything else I could possibly do for her though. She seems to glare herself a little in the notion, but only a little. I'm fine. Okay? An awkward silence follows, eventually ended by her nodding suddenly in farewell and closing the door. The entire experience feels surreal. More than a little put off, I wander back to my room and hope that she'll be better by tomorrow, despite not knowing exactly what's wrong with her. That was odd, yeah. What's wrong with her? Like, it could be the fact that Lily's not around, that she's super shy, but like, Jesus Christ, that shy? Like, that shy? Once again, I find myself in front of Hanako's door after another of her unexplained absence from class. Nothing considering that this is the second day in a row she's been like this, starting to worry about her. So in my willpower, I decided to try one last way to get to her to respond. Hanako, if you don't say anything, I'll go get the nurse for you. Go away. What? It's hard to tell whether her tone is of depression, anger, or both. What in the world can I actually do to help her if she doesn't even want help? The message is clear enough. I can't just leave her like this though. Just sitting in her room from days on end. Rubbing my temples, I thought I would throw to my own room to think about how to proceed. Rationality is what I needed here. What is needed here. An overreaction may just make matters worse. I dig around a drawer after drawer of my desk looking for where I put the damn piece of paper. Before she left, Lily told me a number to call on her while in Scotland. I wrote it down. Now that I need it though, the damn thing is here. I probably should have just entered directly into my cell phone, come to think of it. Without further ado, I enter numbers and actually press the call button. The fact the phone rings at all shows that I got the precursor for the call to Scotland right at least. I never made international calls before, so that's some comfort. Eventually the phone picks up, a feminine voice I don't recognize on the other hand. It's probably Lily's mother. Sadao? What? English suddenly finding myself unprepared, I realize I can't understand a word she says, either due to the limited vocabulary or her heavy accent. I should have anticipated this, since according to Lily, her mother is a native Scot. I soldier on and hope that she must know some Japanese, considering it's her daughter's native language. Hisana Kai speaking. An enthusiastic tone of relations can be heard as she recognizes the language. My feeling of relief is immersed. You must be one of Lily's friends from school, correct? Even so, her accent means I have to concentrate to work out. She's saying, wait, no. Even so, her accent means I have to concentrate to work out what she's saying. Yes, that's right. Pleased to speak to you, Miss Satao. It's not hard to find someone so polite. Lily, dear, it's for you. Her mother seems so nice. It's a little over-enthusiastic given the mundane situation. There's a small silence as Lily takes her time getting into the phone. In the distance, I can just make out her mother scolding her playfully just getting up. And I just burped as I was talking. Great. Hello, Lily speaking. You sound awful. She makes it sound somewhere between dying animal and a young. The one thing I did remember to check before calling at the time, it'd be pretty late in the morning over there, so she really has no excuse. Not feeling well? Just tired. What time is it there? Late afternoon. School's finished for the day not long ago. You're really not a morning person, are you? I don't need you making fun of it as well. Oh, it takes me a measure of strength not to laugh at her pointing groan. Poor girl. How are you doing over there? How are you doing over there? Then, bar the mornings. It's been a joy after not meeting them for so long. Just having a meal together with the parents is that nice. Though the pool and the sheer size of the house might have something to do with that as well. Even if they're not in Japan, from the way it sounds, her families must be pretty wealthy to live in so luxury? Are things alright with you and Hanako? Damn, I was hoping you wouldn't be brought quite so quickly. I take a moment to try and sort out exactly how to describe the situation without causing her undue worry. But she picks up on that without a word being said. Hanako's not well, is she? How did you know? Because today is her birthday and I hope she might be going at least a little better after coming to you. But how is she right now? She missed school yesterday and seemed out of sorts when I checked on her. Today she missed school again and just told me to go away. I really got no ideas what to make of it. Has this happened in the past? Is it related to her scaring in some way? Unfortunately so. Roughly the same thing happened last year when her birthday came up. As far as I can tell, it's because her parents died in the accident that caused her scaring. Oh, his scarring. Scarring, not scaring. Scarring. Oh, fuck. And Hanako blames herself for her deaths. Ah, shit. What she said does seem to make sense. If she's blaming herself on her birthday, she might well be ruined that she was ever born. The fact that Lily seems so in the dark about it, though, almost to the extent that I am, is a surprise. So that's why she lives in the student dormitories as well? Has she told you any more about the accident? As close as we come, she's barely told me anything about what happened. What I know about it is largely conjecture. She sounds depressed, almost defeated, considering the trauma Hanako must have gone through. I really can't fault Lily for not knowing. Nevertheless, she still seems to consider it's a personal failing. Don't blame yourself, Lily, with everything she's gone through. I know. Thank you, Sal. I'm sorry I can't be there to help you, too. Wait, what? Let me go back. I know. Thank you, Sal. I'm sorry I can't be of more help to you. There you go. It's fine. I'll just give it more thought. Thanks and have a good time in Scotland. It's nothing. Thank you for taking care of Hanako. Okay, bye. Goodbye. And with that, the line goes silent. Was she gonna say something else? I don't know. Amid the seemingly only increased number of questions I can't answer, the most immediate is what Lily was going to say. Oh no. I'm an idiot. She must have thought I was calling to talk to her, but only asked for help with Hanako. Even more shameful, though, than I thought, is the fact that such a process will be largely correct. Well, first things first. For now, I need to at least sort out the Hanako and make sure that she's actually eating okay. The occasional passenger give me badly hidden glasses of the plate of food I carry to the female's dormitory. It's hardly a meal to be proud of, but being an instant microwave meal from the convenience store, it would at least fill her up. Eventually, I arrived outside her door after having a ward off a couple of girls who jokingly tried to put for the food I had taken so long to pursue. I decided to forego knocking since it was proven utterly useless measure and somewhat difficult to do with my hands full. Hanako, it's Sasao. I know you're listening. I got some food for you. Silence as I expected. I'll leave it beside your door. Please eat it at least, okay? There, I said my piece. Now it's up to her. Putting the plate down, I walk down my own room and eat my dinner. By the time I return to Hanako's dormitory, a good hour's passed. Thankfully, there isn't anything to be seen beside her door. I walk back at least somewhat happier that she's eating. If she intends to get through this by herself, then being able to help even if it's just in such a small way, it's at least something. Also, by the way, I do apologize if I've been kind of sick the past few days, so my breathing is kind of like heavy. So if you guys hear something, I do apologize. I'm fine. I just need to take care better of myself. But if she intends to get through this, I guess I could be part of this series. I'm the kid that has hard problems to breathe. Anyways, she intends to get through this by herself, then being able to help, even if it's just in such a small way, is at least something. Is this another one? Holy shit, I'm fucking speed through it. And I believe there's 4 acts, so I'm already in Act 3. I only have 1 more act to go, which is awesome. I sit reading in the library after school, turning page after page, barely registering the words written on each out of the sheer boredom. With my cheek resting in my hand, I can't help noticing a slightly rough feeling against my palm. It will be long before I need to get a razor. Giving up on reading, I simply let my head drop onto the book in front of me. Things had quieted down considerably since Hanako began attending school again. When she first returned to class, nothing was said nor done. That wasn't part of the usual routine, and it's been the same way since. Neither of us decided to bring up her accident, so there simply wasn't any point of pursuing it. Thus, a few days went by. The daily grind continued just as it had before. It's only natural that my mind will wander into other places, and more importantly, other people. The leadership hole in the daily life of Hanako and I has been pretty noticeable for a while now. It's been pleased to say that this has allowed me time to refine just what my thoughts on her exactly are, but alas, I had no such luck. It doesn't help that many attempts to do it have led to troublesome topics of Iwanako. Every time my thoughts drift in that direction, I reflexively, I don't know, try to think about something else. Why did this happen now? I turn to look at the source of the tenant voice coming from behind me. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to disturb anyone. That's not it. I glanced around the orange-tinted room, quickly realizing how silly my apology must have sounded. In the time I spent thinking and lacing about in here, everyone has well and truly left. Library closing? If you don't want to go, I could keep it a bit longer. It's no trouble at all. Don't worry, I should get going anyways, thanks. As I get up, beginning to move off, I feel Yuko's eyes drilling into my back. Is there something wrong? You look depressed, are you okay? Yuko nervously twists her fingers as she says this, unsure whether she's overstepping her boundaries or not. I really can't tell if she's more worried about my mood or about bothering me. Normally, I just shrug it off and assure her that I'm fine, but my reflective mood gets the better of me. Despite being the staff, she really doesn't feel much as like an authority figure as the others. It just, I guess, the best term for her would be relationship problems? Oh, I'm not too good with that kind of thing. My only relationship ended up a bit abruptly. But if you want to talk about it, I mean, I could listen, I think. Now, I feel kind of bad bringing this up. She's not that old, though, so at least she has a good chance of finding another partner. It isn't like we are in a bad situation right now. We spend many days together as friends, sometimes going out to do stuff and that kind of thing. But I'm starting to want to do more for her, learn more about her, and be with her more. But I'm not sure whether it's actually love or not. The thought of our friendship as it stands is enjoyable. You shouldn't let that stop you. Sorry. How to say this? I think that it's nice that you have a good friendship, but school is going to eventually end. Do you think you'll be fine without knowing if we could have gone further after you graduate? I guess that's the crux problem. I really have no idea what the answer to that question is. Well, I can't really help there. What your true feelings are is something you have to decide for yourself, but I think that if you do love her, you should definitely say something. After thinking about it really hard, I decided that even though my relationship didn't work out, it's still better that way than never knowing if it might have or not. I never expected Yuko to sound so wise, but it only makes sense. With more life experience than I, she'd have better idea about this. While I suppose not very much has actually answered, talking to her has helped get it through my chest. And I have no doubt that I should confess I really do like Lily. I gave a slightly frustrated sigh. If only reading so much actually helped me when it comes to situations like this. She gets a girlish giggle which only reinforced my views of her as being different from the actual staff here. In the end, it all comes down to what will happen after school finishes once again. Considering what happened before I came to Yamako, it feels like I'm being asked to keep up with field runners despite... Considering what happened before I came to Yamako, it feels like being asked to keep up with field runners despite having from a dozen years behind them. It's just one more motive to move on from the past. The last thing I need right now is to get caught up in that and getting homesick while I'm at it. Once again, I find myself calling Lily. My phone's bill is going to be horrific considering this is international, but it's worth it. I don't only want to smooth over the feelings from the last time I called. I generally want to talk to her again. When my phone picks up, it's easily recognize the voice on the other hand. Hello, Mr. Tao. May I speak? Damn, I forgot how the verse is supposed to go. Now, it's not encouraging to forget such amount of words, even if I didn't spend a long time memorizing them. May I speak to Lily, please? Hello again, Hasao. Are you teaching yourself English? Just a little. I don't think I'm too good at language in general. Oh, don't say that. Your pronunciation was good. I will get Lily for you. Just wait a moment. I eventually wait as she goes off and searches Lily. The other end goes silence. Eventually, a more and more awake sounding Lily than the last time answers. The time over being past noon by now. Hasao, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. Hi. Good afternoon. Sorry for taking so long. I was outside in the garden. Gardening? Unfortunately, I found I'm no good at it. So I just smell the flowers. I think my fingers appreciate it more. I take it Hanako recovered a bit. Yeah, I just made sure that she was eating. Eventually, she right herself. Thanks for the help the other day. I don't think I was really that much help. The main thing is that she's better though. Drew, how's life over there? It sounds like you've been living in nothing short of a mansion. I wouldn't call it a mansion, but it's rather large. It's obvious what she wants to say though. Modesty stops her, but I'm a little envious. But it is her holiday. It is a nice house to stay in though. But there's a beach near here too, which Akira is especially fond of. She's a swimmer. She's constantly dragging me there to have a swimming competition. She wins every time. Lee doesn't strike me as a very athletic at all, so not being able at swimming seems logical enough. The fastest I ever seen her move is her understanding relaxed pace during her walks to and from the suburbs downhill from the school. It makes me imagine her swimming hard to imagine. The beaches there must look nice. They be less crowded than the ones around here at least. Indeed, Akira says the area around here looks beautiful because it's so far outside the city. I only realized what I said after I said it, but it doesn't bother me at all. It is still easy to forget that she can't see it when she's not around, despite the time we've been friends. That said, the local accent sometimes makes communications a bit hard. It's a constant reminder that this isn't home. While in fact that she doesn't consider her parents' residence to be her home makes good sense, it makes me realize that I can't really answer whether the same goes for me. Graduation from Yako isn't distant enough to be difficult to view objectively, and I spent so much time in this small room I come to accept the dormitory as my new home surprisingly quickly. I guess that would be hard to deal with. Is your knowledge of English holding up? Thankfully, I might be fluent, but being in a position where I have to use it often helps incur my Japanese accent. So it's been useful practice. I hear you're trying to teach yourself English. More like memorizing a few lines and failing at even that much. I'm really not that cut out for learning other languages. My admission of defeat draws an amused giggle. I believe that there's things one chooses to do in life, also things that are chosen for one to do in life. You can take comfort in the fact that you're better than me in science and math, at least. All that's helped is making me multi-star student. I wouldn't worry about it. There's useful skills for many jobs, right? That's what he tells me. His face very betrayal. I can't even say it. Veritably, I can't say it. Lit up when I said probably going to career involving either. We both share a warm laugh at the events that have befallen each other opposite ends in the world. It's nice and reminds me of a simple small talk that I've been missing since she left. As each of us waits for the other to begin speaking, I decide to push ahead with my feelings and I can feel my throat tighten slightly. Well, I miss you. The silence on the other end of the phone tells me that she's giving the word in due weight, but it's ghost and I can't help feeling more and more apprehensive. Thankfully, the silence ends almost as quickly as I've begun. I miss you too, Hasao. Goodbye. Goodbye. What? That was it? That was fucking it. You don't do that. You don't fucking do that. Once again, the phone hung up simply without another further ado. What? That lie, tentative, almost shy of my voice, her worn, soft tone. I simply be lying to myself if I were to say I didn't recognize this feeling for what it is. With thoughts of Lily dancing in my mind, I started anticipating her return. Today has been the most excellent day. Is this another? Yeah, there's another. Bing gong king, 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 bing gong king. All right, well, I'm gonna stop here real quick. I'm actually gonna save this. Save. And we're gonna continue doing more Katawa Shoujo. I'm actually gonna just take a 15-minute break, and while I'll be continuing doing this, hopefully I'll be able to finish it today. If not, we'll continue doing this process. But to you guys watching this, should have no worries or frights, because every day should have at least one episode of Katawa for you guys. But to everybody watching, thank you so much for watching. My name is SlyFoxHound, and more Katawa Shoujo to come. Take care, homies. See ya. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you guys really enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. It shows your support. And if you guys want to watch more videos like this, then subscribe so you never miss a video. Woo!